Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK, on day 171 of her last ever restart. I found carnivore diet back in 2014, and then I was a bit not disciplined. And then back in the spring of 2024, I decided I was done with that. And then in July, I made the ultimate commitment to surge forward with my carnivore diet journey and never ever stop, never have a cheat meal, never have a cheat day. I'm in. For good, never going back. Did it scare me? No, it was my time and I won't ever be going back. And so this morning I was having one of my in-shower epiphanies. I was thinking about a comment that I made at the end of my previous video called, well, the quote was from Ken Berry, "Get yourself dangerous health." I don't know the exact wording he uses, but he said, "Be so healthy, you're dangerous." And I love that. He says many things that are brilliant. He also says, "Get your shit together and then help other people." I like that too. But let's talk about the dangerous thing. Is the state of your health right now, is it dangerous? And I think you can fork that off into two different directions. I am going to talk about my mum briefly in this because I think she had the opposite of dangerous health that what I'm looking for. Let me explain. You've got two choices in life. You can keep going on the path that you're currently on, consuming ultra-processed foods, seed oils, sugars, refined carbs, and potentially have things wrong with you. Or you can choose a different path where you are choosing the path of discipline. As my friend Jocko Willink would say, choosing discipline might sound very hard, but then you're choosing dangerous health, and that's dangerously good health. It's also dangerously bad for the pharmaceutical industry. Let me sort of expand that out more. Somebody like my mum was very, very, very happy to continue eating really bad food. She became a great friend to the pharmaceutical industry because she was helping them with their profits, bottom line, keeping the money coming in. There's no limit to how much medication she was completely, I don't know whether it's happy to consume, but she totally trusted it. She totally thought she was doing the right thing. And their profits are just going up and up and up. But her choices were really good for the pharmaceutical industry, but really dangerous for her. She started to get really properly sick, properly sick in her 60s. But some could argue she was actually dying a slow, painful death longer than that. But the slow, painful death really ramped up in the late 60s, and she passed away at 71 with a million different things wrong with her. Still trying to get her meds down her throat, though. 3 days before she passed, she still wanted to know where her pharmaceutical medicines were. So her choices meant that she had dangerous health that was good for the pharmaceuticals, but really dangerous for her. Now, if you're someone that's decided to take matters in your own hands, become more disciplined. I reached that point last spring in 2024, and then on the 22nd of July, I signed that commitment, that contract to myself that I was no longer going to take my health lying down. And I'm not going to say the last 5.5 months have been a walk in the park or a total picnic either. Every day there's something to irritate. Every day there's something to tire you out. Every day there's a problem to overcome. Being human was never going to be an easy path, and we've all got problems to constantly overcome. And so to not be able to comfort eat through those was, I'm not going to say it was fun because it wasn't. But because I signed that contract to myself to now have dangerous levels of health, meaning the pharmaceutical companies are not going to get their hands on my money. The processed food companies are not going to get their hands on my money. I'm now dangerous. I've now got a dangerous level of health. I like that word. It's difficult to explain, but I think you know where I'm going with this. Choosing to have a level of health that is above other people. And that's not to say that I'm some kind of, you know, superhero, though some days when you eat carnivore, you do actually feel a bit superhuman. But, you know, as I was 49 a couple of days ago, I'm going to be 50 next year. I expect to turn up at my 50th birthday in dangerous levels of health, meaning dangerous to the pharmaceuticals, dangerous to the people that want to try and make money out of me, dangerous in that I am the healthiest person in the room in any situation where lots of older people might be. And it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. I do totally intend on continuing to get my shit together so that I can help out other people's shit. But it starts from within, my discipline, my choosing every single day to wake up and surge forward, just eating meat and fat, just drinking water, and just enjoy my dangerous levels of health. This may not make sense to people. This may be silly, a silly concept, but I may not be the slimmest person in the room, as I found out, but I am committed to always making the right choice food-wise, and one day my body will hopefully catch up with me and say, yep, she is reaching dangerous new levels of health. Her internal health is looking pretty fantastic. I trust her. She's finally doing the right thing, and now I'm going to drop the weight. And that sounds pretty cool as well. Fierce is another word. I like the word fierce. One reason I wear a nose ring is because it makes me feel a bit sort of, some people might say, why would you wear a nose ring at your age? I only got it done about 4 or 5 years ago. But when I take it out, I don't feel as fierce. So this nose ring is a kind of a symbol to me wanting to be something a little bit different to other people. I think differently to other people. I behave differently to other people. And now I eat 100% different to other people 100% of the time. And some people haven't got that. Haven't got the it's difficult to go against the herd. It's difficult to go against your social tribe. We are social people, and it's not easy to do a 180 turn and walk in the complete opposite direction to everyone around you. But I think it makes you dangerous and fierce and strong and disciplined, and it gives you a feeling of, I'm brave. I'm brave in this world, because this world is, like I said, constantly irritating, constantly disappointing, and I am rising above it. For those of you that are still hanging on to this conversation, last night I tried something new. It wasn't the right thing for me. It may be the right thing for me in the future. I went to a taster pole dancing session all by myself. It did turn out to be an incredibly not for me thing right now. I would like to give it a go in another couple of years, but realistically, my arm strength relation to my body weight is way out. It's way out, and that is upsetting, but it's reality. I was in a room full of people half my age, half my size, and they were able to pull themselves up the pole and I wasn't. So I won't be doing that again until my body releases the fat. I will give it a go, but I felt really brave. But what was really cool about last night, see, I always find I'm such a glass half full type person. You might think that just ruined my evening, ruined my night. Do you know what I did? I went and had some plain beef afterwards. Not because of desperation, must lose the weight, but that's because that's my food. The point is, I was so dangerously disciplined yesterday, I did not comfort eat. And that would have been so easy to do. The old Sarah would have walked straight out of there, made a bad decision, and go and get some junk. And I ate plain, unseasoned beef afterwards. I did go through the Mackie D's drive-through, which was really close to... I don't go there very frequently. But I did I did put a little bit of money in their pockets last night because I was a bit hungry, a bit craving, and I knew that the place I went to for this trial was really close to a drive-through. And I drove through there and I thought, wow, this could go so horribly wrong, but I am so dangerously disciplined and so against putting money in the profits of the pharmaceutical drug companies and the doctors and everything else. I'm going to have plain beef, and I had it even without seasoning. I said I want it completely plain. I want burger patties. I don't want the bun. I don't want the ketchup. I don't want the mustard. I don't want the onions. And I don't even want the seasoning because I know that's got pepper in it. So just give me the plain patties. And I chucked them down my throat, and I just thought, good. Another good decision in your series of 170 days of good decisions. And so I woke up this morning still with dangerously good levels of health and dangerously good levels of good decision making, as it turns out. I'm going to go with Dante from Ferrigno Freedom again now and say, it is amazing what's happening to me. I'm not going to count up the number of days I messed up. I can only count the number of days that I haven't messed up, and it's 171, and I could not be more delighted. I worked through a family vacation. What I mean is I used my discipline to get through a family vacation. I went through lots of problems in December. I had other problems with other things. Then we had Christmas, then we had New Year, and then we had my birthday. And now I'm standing freezing cold, working with children, still making good decisions. I did sign a contract to myself to be absolutely invested, and as it turns out, a little bit fierce and a little bit dangerous. And that's my thoughts for this morning. When I woke up first thing this morning, I didn't really have anything to say, and I wasn't even going to do a video. And then I thought of it. I remembered my video that I'd done yesterday, which was getting started on Carnivore in 2025. And one of my Carnivore family left me a great comment saying that they liked it. And then I had a little think through the video, and I remembered my comment at the end about Ken Berry saying, have such good health that you're dangerous levels of health. And I instantly knew what he meant and totally agree with him. So I'm going to continue to get my shit together. There won't be any tweaking anytime soon because I no longer am worried about my weight. I'm just 100% focusing on my dangerous health. And if we all just focus on our dangerous health, we would all be a lot more dangerous. And that's all I want to say. We may or may not get a little tiny bit of snow today. We may or we may not. They're still undecided. Depends which app you follow. But if you've got any sun where you are, go and get it. If you've got any meat, go and eat it. If you've got any water, go and drink it. And just protect your peace, but all the time being dangerous. Take care, and thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 172. See you later. Bye.